Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to 14 Masumin alayhi salam education. Today our topic is the 8th infallible, the 6th Imam, Imam Jaʿfar ibn Muḥammad. The son of the 5th Imam was born in 83/702. He died in 148/765 according to Shiite tradition. He poisoned and martyred through the intrigue of the Abbasid Caliph al-Mansur. After the death of his father, he became Imam by divine command and decree of those who came before him. During the Imamate of the 6th Imam, greater possibilities and a more favorable climate existed for him to propagate religious teachings. This came about as a result of revolts in Islamic lands, especially the uprising of the Muswadda to overthrow the Umayyad Caliphate, and the bloody wars which finally led to the fall and extinction of the Umayyads. The greater opportunities for Shiite teachings were also a result of the favorable ground the 5th Imam had prepared during the 20 years of his Imamate, through the propagation of the true teachings of Islam and the sciences of the household of the Prophet. The Imam took advantage of the occasion to propagate the religious sciences until the very end of his Imamate, which was contemporary with the end of the Umayyads and beginning of the Abbasid Caliphates. He instructed many scholars in different fields of the intellectual and transmitted sciences, such as Zurarah ibn Ayan, Muhammad ibn Muslim, Muminataq Hisham ibn al-Hakam, and Aban ibn Taghlib, Hisham ibn Salim Hurais, and Hisham Ali Kalbi, and Nasibah, and Jabir ibn Hayyan, the alchemist. Even some important Sunni scholars such as Sufyan al-Thawri, Abu Hanifah, the founder of the Hanafi school of law, al-Qadi as-Sukuni, al-Qadi Abu Bakhdari, and others, had the honor of being his students. It is said that his classes and sessions of the instructions produced 4,000 scholars of hadith and other sciences. The number of traditions preserved from the 5th and 6th Imam is more than all the hadith have been recorded from the Prophet and the other 10 Imams combined, but toward the end of his life, the Imam was subjected to severe restrictions placed upon him by the Abbasid Caliph al-Mansur, who ordered such torture and the merciless killing of many of the descendants of the Prophet who were Shiite, that his actions even surpassed the cruelty and hideousness of the Umayyads. At his order, they were arrested in groups, some thrown into the deep and dark prisons and tortured until they died, while others were beheaded or buried alive or placed at the base of or between walls of buildings, and walls were constructed over them. Hisham, the Umayyad Caliph, had ordered the 6th Imam to be arrested and brought to Damascus. Later, the Imam was arrested by as-Safa, the Abbasi Caliph, and brought to Iraq. Finally, al-Mansur had him arrested again and brought to Samarra, where he had the Imam kept. Under supervision was in every way harsh and discourteous to him, and several times thought of killing him. Eventually, the Imam was allowed to return to Medina, where he spent the rest of his life in hiding until he was poisoned and martyred through the intrigue of al-Mansur. Upon hearing the news of the Imam's martyrdom, al-Mansur wrote the governor of Medina, instructing him to go to the house of Imam on the pretext of expressing his condolences to the family, to ask for the Imam's will and testament and read it. Whoever was chosen by the Imam as his inheritor and successor should be beheaded on the spot. Of course, the aim of al-Mansur was to put an end of the whole question of the Imamate and to Shiite aspirations. When the governor of Medina, following orders, read the last will and testament, he saw that the Imam had chosen 4 people rather than 1 to administrator. His last will and testament, the Caliph himself, the governor of Medina, Abdullah, after the Imam's older son, and Musa, his younger son. In this way, the plot of al-Mansur failed. This is Shiite Islam. Death. On 25th Shawwal 148 AH, the governor of Medina, by the order of al-Mansur, got the Imam martyred through poison. The funeral prayers was conducted by his son Imam Musa al-Kazim, the 7th Imam, and his younger son. In this way, the plot of al-Mansur failed. Shiite Islam. We will be very thankful to you if you give us the reviews or feedback about the given topic. It will be our pleasure if you give positive and helpful feedback. Thank you so much. Jazakumullah.